Welcome to the Brothers by Law podcast. I'm your host, Thomas Bowman.
And I am Jeffrey Stiff.
And today we have some insider information
about cryptocurrency. So, the chat out there, as you can see here, we got this wonderful green screen put up.
Well, I think
And
the
it's not
main
doing
thing
anything.
people are going to be excited to see is that we're both in the same room again.
Yeah.
It's been, what, like a month? Almost 2 months probably at this point.
Yeah.
It's been a while. So we've been in the
2 months.
same room.
Yeah, and we had a lot of technical difficulties through the other chats.
Yeah, we've had a lot of just, there's just so much, like, I don't know, like there hasn't been anything going on, but there's been a bunch going on.
It's a bunch of the same thing going on.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I don't know. That's not fun to talk about. And
That's
everybody
yeah.
else talked about it. And,
That's all anyone ever talks about. It's the stupid coronavirus. It's like, oh, quit talking.
and then all the drama.
Coronavirus.
I was like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know what else to talk about because everything else is just kind of. This year got thrown off. There's supposed to be a bunch of like tech news and stuff and games.
This year's
and
been crazy.
everything got pulled apart. And I was like, oh, well, can't really talk about that. Can't talk about that either. The Nintendo Switch has a bunch of games coming out though.
Oh, I know. There's a bunch of actually really good games coming out that I'm excited for, but they all come out in like the same time frame, and I don't have the money for all of them because they got the new Paper Mario for the Switch.
Yep.
The new Assassin's Creed Valhalla, that's gonna be coming out at some point.
I don't know if I'd want that on the Switch though.
Well, we're talking about the Switch.
Oh, okay. I was like, that would be like a PC one right there.
Yeah, it's like PC or PlayStation.
You got the new consoles possibly coming out.
Potentially here at the end of the year. Potentially.
I don't know. The Xbox mainly. I don't know about the PS5.
Yeah, it just depends on how everything goes. How they want to hold it all back.
E3 sucked.
Yeah.
AKA not really existing.
Yeah. What's that game that kept getting postponed and postponed? Cyberpunk. It's finally gonna be coming out. Hopefully, September? I think they were saying.
Is it September? Yeah, it is September.
Yeah.
Because originally I think it was supposed to be June, right?
Yeah, but then, well, once Final Fantasy got pushed back, it got pushed back to the same time Cyberpunk was going to come out, and they're just like, we'll just push this back some more.
Yeah, this past few months it sucked with like everything. Like,
everything's been crazy.
I want to talk about this. Ain't nothing really happening about that.
Yeah,
this would be kind of cool. It's a lot of hype though. Next few months might get a little crazy.
A lot of crazy stuff coming out. And they were talking some more about the new GTA game, the new Elder Scrolls game.
Wait,
GTA 6.
were they really talking about the new Elder Scrolls?
They're talking about Elder Scrolls 6. I saw something about it at one point.
I heard it's gonna be a bit before it comes out.
Oh, it probably will.
Dang.
But that's the good thing about, like, I guess the good bad thing with Bethesda with their Elder Scrolls stuff is like they want to make it good, so they're going to take the time. But then, I mean, is it even really that good when they release stuff?
I mean, it's been a bit.
A lot of people give them crap for it.
2011 was probably the last of their hype.
But, yeah, and like I said, ESO has Greymore coming out here in the next couple of days. Gosh, there's a bunch of stuff coming out.
So probably here in the next few weeks, we'll have a bunch of stuff to talk about.
Maybe.
And not dive into, hey, let's talk about
Corona.
Yeah, Corona or
let's talk about the Corona. No,
so the two topics that I had come up with.
Okay.
Right? Cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm.
That's just because it's been something I've been debating about and getting into and whatever.
Yeah.
And then clickbait was the other one. And that was because I was talking to somebody about clickbait stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, you know what? My next video should just be clickbait. Just straight up clickbait.
Yeah.
We'll clickbait it.
Watch this video for all the latest news, and then you just go on for something completely different, and then you have like 2 seconds of talking about it, and then go off to something else.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, it's not clickbait if you actually talk about it, right? Just briefly.
Clickbait. Oh, I don't know.
I just know recently it's been annoying me. I was like, yeah, I'm kidding. Because, like, there's this one YouTuber that would talk about some really cool stuff, but the titles were so clickbaity. It was like, this person completely demolished this person or whatever. And I was like, and then I watched it. I'm like, what? That's like an opinion piece. Like,
Like nothing happened, bro.
like
Well, what are you talking about? Nothing happened.
You're using the wrong verbiage here. It was not destroyed
Yeah.
or annihilated. You know.
Yeah.
Like, man, you tricked me. I should know better. I ended up like just ignoring that channel altogether. I was like, okay, it's all clickbaity. Just
I fall into that crap, but I'm like just bored browsing Facebook, and there's like some random article about like, oh, this person did like, oh, cool. There's this picture. Like, what's going on here? So I click on it to see that picture, and then 20 pages later, and 7 other freaking articles, I don't know what happened. And they're like, wait, I was trying to learn about this dude. Where did that information go? It's gone. I did not know. Luckily, you know, you can find those brave warriors amongst the Facebook comments who actually find the information and post it up in the top comments. So you can click the comments and figure out the information you want to know. But, you know.
yeah.
It is
Then
what it
all the videos and the news in general seems very clickbaity these days, which is kind of bothered me.
It is very clickbaity.
It's like they'll post like articles or say like, "Hey, this person said that," and then if you read like the full context, you're like, "Well, yeah, but you also missed this whole other half. Like you're just trying to get some views."
Yeah.
Or
Well, it's
clicks."
like with that whole thing with Kroger. I don't know if you've seen that little.
I've heard. I haven't like dived into it because I was like, oh,
Like
man,
you were
it's
just like
some more
posting like
brand
this
crap.
one note where it's like, oh, Kroger is making you pay back your hazard pay, blah de blah. It's like that is actually not what's going on at all. What it is like they had a set amount for part-time employees and full-time employees for the hazard pay. Well, a very, very small percent got actually paid more than what they were supposed to.
Oh,
With
well,
that.
hell yeah.
So, like, you know, say it was like for a full-time, they're getting an extra $400 a month. Well, there were a few who were getting like $450 or something.
Huh.
And so, due to an error with that, and then like an error with the payroll, letters got sent out to those who were overpaid saying, hey, we need that money back. But they quickly were like, okay, sorry, no, that's not what's supposed to happen. You did get overpaid, but we're not going to charge you. We're not making you pay us back. But everyone just blew it straight out of proportion right away. But yeah, then you read that, like you see that, and everyone's like, oh man, like, oh, Kroger, oh, I'm spamming this, even though I ain't reading what it actually said. It's like, yeah, you get 2 seconds.
Wait. So are people like upset that Kroger
Yeah.
wanted money back?
Yeah, and it was all a payroll error.
Yeah,
Like initially, it was a payroll error because they were getting paid extra, like they should have been paid. But they're like, yeah, the notes, the letters got sent out automatically, like on an automatic system. And then they're like, quick, like once they started blowing up, they're like, whoa, hold up, that was like an accident, like it was an error. Well, yeah, you don't have to pay nothing back.
Huh.
Like,
man, I
so-
wish the Air Force was like that. Be like, hey, we overpaid you, but you can keep it. No, they're like,
What's
oh,
getting
we overpaid
overpaid?
you. Give us the money back.
I don't think I've ever been overpaid. I'm always underpaid.
Yeah, if you're underpaid, they're like, we'll
No, I
just
had
keep
that issue with
quiet.
my unemployment stuff for like my winter unemployment. The stuff got put into the system wrong from work, and they went ahead and tried to sue me, saying I was like I got way overpaid or whatever, like thousands of dollars. I had to pay it all back.
Jeez.
So I go through the whole process, dude. Like, okay, yeah, we figured out what was going on, and then they did the math, sent me a letter like, okay, you were actually overpaid like $12, but we underpaid you 200-ish.
Oh, what?
I never saw that money. I had to pay them that $12, but I never saw that 200 that they owed me. They didn't pay. You know, I'm like, okay, I get
like
it.
just cancel it out and be like, here.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I'd make sure they got their money, but I never saw my money. It's like that's what it is. You know, you try to fight the government, and you don't win.
No,
You don't win.
they got these stack of papers, and they got the ones that's like, hey, these are crucial. You better get this fixed. AKA, these are the ones that people owe you. This is the one like, you owe
There's
them.
where's the trash can? Oh no, it's gone.
It's like that's low priority. Just put that over there next to that stack. We care about this one. We gotta get them numbers up.
Yeah.
we gotta make our investors happy with us.
Yeah. But yeah, stay tuned, guys, and you'll figure out more about clickbait.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this week, yeah, no, clickbait's interesting.
It
You
is.
know, you get sucked in with the title. You get sucked in with like a picture. They use like with like the articles. They'll use like celebrities or people you actually care about, like actors or whatever. You're like, ooh, what's going on with this dude's life? Like I'm curious. They worded it in a way that I want to know more. Like I'm not a gossipy type person. I don't care what celebrities are doing this and that. But like I'll just get those certain articles where I'm like, now I'm curious because the way they worded it, and then you get on there and it's like everything but what I'm looking for. It's like a whole nother story.
Dude, I hate when you click on an article and like I don't know if I'm using the website wrong, but it'll like show like a first paragraph, right? I'm like, oh, okay, cool, reading.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and we'll talk more about this. And then I'm scrolling, I'm like, well, where's the rest of it? Where?
Yeah. No, they do that. And then there's like all those little buttons where like, oh, read more or this and that, and you click it and it takes you a whole other article.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I hit read more to finish this article, not be thrown into some other article about stuff I don't care about. And I just get mad. I'm like, I don't even care anymore. I'm just gonna Google it. Like
I get so mad about that. Like, come on now. How are you gonna like entice me and not like give me the full story?
Right. They like to play you. They like to play your heart.
You seem to play those who aren't fans. Like it's not like necessarily they always hate, but like more people like who are like, I kind of know that person, or maybe they just like people.
Yeah.
But like, because like if you like the person's hardcore fan, man, they'll like sit there and be like, no, that's wrong. That's straight up wrong. I know this is wrong.
Yeah. Well, I got into one this morning, but I finally found like the actual information in the article. It just took like a million paragraphs. And it was something with like that rapper Tenacious 6ix9ine or whatever. He was like in jail or he got arrested for some stuff. He was like snitching out everybody.
Oh,
all the rappers and stuff. Yeah.
I don't know the story. So
okay. Well, yeah, a little rainbow-haired mumble rapper who's out there like part of a gang.
Oh.
And like had some gang stuff. Well, he became the FBI's puppet and he's ratting everybody out. Well, he got released back into public and he dropped the new song. And then I was seeing an article about something where like, oh, this guy's beef with Snoop Dogg might cause him to go back to jail. And I was like, what's this dude beefing with Snoop Dogg for? So I was like, what's going on? I want to know what's going on with Snoop Dogg. So I kick up the article and I hear like 5 other stories about people he's had beef with before it gets to Snoop Dogg. I'm like, I just want to know about Snoop Dogg. Put this in the front of the thing. Then you can go on all about the other crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I finally found the information, but it was like, I had to read through like 5-6 other things first. It's like, this is so dumb. I just want to know what's going on with Snoop Dogg's life.
About Snoop Dogg, come on.
Like, why is somebody trying to have beef with Snoop Dogg, man? He's the chillest person in the world.
Yeah. The big one was with like Donald Trump, which is funny because it didn't seem like people really cared too much before he was president.
Yeah.
As soon as he started running, people started caring more about like his controversial talks. And it's just so funny to read all this clickbait stuff. But like I've been reading his book, The Art of the Deal.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a really good book. But it's funny because like I can't remember when he wrote that. I think it was like early 2000s or 90s. But he talks and acts the exact same way as he always has.
Yeah.
It's like nothing's changed. Like he's always been that way.
Yeah.
It's just now that he's like more of a public figure, they're like,
he's like the head of America, You're in a position like that, all eyes are on you. Everything you do or say is a reflection of the country. So
yeah.
That's a very dangerous place to be at with how certain people, like the way how he acts and talks.
Yeah.
It's very
It's just funny though, because like
risque.
he talked about the media, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like poking fun of him. He's like, I just don't get why they can like. He's like talking about how they can criticize him, and he's like, well, if they're allowed to criticize me, then I should be allowed to criticize them.
Yeah, freedom
and I was
speech.
like, hey, that thought of the media thing has been there like for like ever for him.
Yeah,
I thought maybe it was just like a little political statement kind of thing, but
No.
no, he's always had that thought. It's just kind of funny.
that's the one thing I can give him credit for is he's very just like he says what he wants.
Yeah,
he's got the balls to say what he wants. He don't care, which is good and bad.
It does make for great headlines, clickbait headlines.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like, you represent us, and sometimes I'm like, That could have been worded a little differently, although a lot of times the media just takes it way out of
Well,
proportion.
yeah, they can take one sentence and turn it into something completely different.
Yeah.
It's like you could be like, "Oh, I walked my dog today," and then they would flip that 500 different ways to make him look like a bad guy.
He stole a dog and
Yeah,
walked.
yeah, like
He's walking out when he has coronavirus.
Yeah.
What?
Everyone else is quarantined. He's out here walking his dog.
It was so funny.
They can flip it around so many
Them
ways.
complained about him playing golf, and I remember the same thing happening when Obama was in, because Obama played a lot of golf too.
Yeah.
And then same thing with Joe Biden. Like people, like I remember when he was with Obama, right, as vice president, and he'd always say dumb stuff, and then throw him in the background, just ignore that guy.
Biden is a great meme.
Yes.
Biden was a great meme. That's about it. There were so many hilarious like Obama Biden memes out there. They're just so beautiful.
It's just so funny because like recently there's the whole if you don't vote for me you ain't black or something, right? And I'm just like, that's so Biden. But people are like, well, he said that. I'm like, it's been around for a while. He's always said some dumb stuff.
Yeah. I just think
it's not new.
Like, people running for president are like all just stupid. Like it's so weird.
I think the mentality of like younger people has just changed versus older.
There's definitely a huge difference there. Yeah,
like, just how people talk back then versus now is just not the same.
Oh no. I mean, there's things I probably said back in like high school that if I said now, I'd be just like hunted down and killed.
Oh yeah.
Like I was listening to another podcast and they were talking about this. It was like way back in like this early Twitter age, and there was this girl, and she's on a trip to Africa. She had like maybe 100 Twitter followers or something. She wasn't no crazy big, influencer, but she had posted something like, "Oh, on my way to Africa, hope I don't get AIDS," like as like a joke tweet.
Yeah.
And from by the time she got back,
we actually got a message.
We did.
Oh,
welcome to the stream. But by the time she got the plane landed in freaking Africa, dude, her Twitter just blew up, and she lost her job. She lost everything because of that little joke tweet.
Yeah,
it's like you can't say nothing.
I feel bad when people lose like their job or their livelihood because of social media.
And you're like talking, it's like it's like people are bored. Like the tweet or whatever doesn't actually offend them. Like it's not that it's actually offensive. It's just they just want to do something.
Yeah.
Like they're like, well, I mean, just ruin this person's lives. Like, did that joke really offend anybody? Like, it's a joke. You can tell it's a joke. It's like she wasn't being serious. It was like a hilarious, like, oh, hope I don't get AIDS.
I wait for that to happen to me because, like with your friends and stuff, you can say dumb stuff and it's funny.
Yeah.
Or whatever. They get they're part of the group. They get the joke.
That would be a joke I would say if I was over in Africa. Like, oh, hope I don't get AIDS. Like, I would say that because it's hilarious. Like, it's.
Then you get that random stranger who reads your tweet and he's like, "Oh no."
Yeah, and then now you lose your job. Yeah.
It's like, oh, that joke. Funny, come on.
Yeah. But this dude wrote a book about that. Like, he went out and like read all these different people's talked with all these different people who basically got their lives ruined by social media by just a stupid tweet or a stupid joke or something. All these people just got their lives destroyed because people were just
Makes good the headlines though.
Yeah.
Hey, this person said this. This person's a racist. But really, it's not like a racist comment or anything.
Hope you don't get AIDS either. AIDS aren't fun.
I mean,
I don't know. Unless you got money.
Unless you have money.
That's the cure for AIDS. South Park did that. It was can't remember who it was, but yeah, the cure for AIDS is money.
Have they found a cure yet, or
I don't know. I haven't paid too much attention to it.
I don't know. AIDS just kind of dropped off. It's like,
yeah, so now we're all just worried about the coronas. Yeah, AIDS just sort of disappeared. I thought I read something where they were making actually some headway with it, or some type of STD type disease, like I guess HIV is AIDS, yeah. But there was something where like they were actually making some progress with it, but I don't remember what it was. It was one of those bigger diseases or whatever,
like cancer.
Oh, they have the cure for cancer. They just don't want us to tell they can't make money off of curing everybody.
I mean, that's the complicated thing about cancer is like, how do you cure it?
Probably just
because this is
fighting the cells, the bad cells.
Well, right, but like every cancer is different.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's a lot of like the same basic setup with it. You know,
No,
it's
I'm
like
not a doctor.
me neither. I'm just taking a guess. But
Just what? Now there's gonna be a headline that talks about me like saying like how I'm not a doctor, but I'm trying to give people medical advice.
yeah. Freaking
Jeffrey still says he's not a doctor, but he's gonna tell you.
yeah. The Brothers by Law podcast just found the cure for cancer. But are they actually doctors? Can they tell you? It's like, no, I can't tell you nothing.
Oh, that was annoying the crap out of me.
Uh,
When like people were like trying to like, you know, they would be reading and trying to like come up with like their own opinion on something. They'd put up opinion piece. And then like social media places like Facebook would get mad about it, saying it's like spreading misinformation and then pull it away. But it's like it's not really spreading misinformation, it's an opinion piece. Like
yeah.
it's clearly an opinion piece.
Yeah, we're
They treat it like
we're
news.
legally brothers by law. Yes.
Yes.
We are
By
brothers,
law.
brothers-in-law, brothers by law. Yeah, brothers-in-law, brother-in-laws. Yeah, brother-in-laws. That's how it is. It sounded weird there for a second, like brothers-in-laws.
You just been saying brothers.
Brothers-in-law. I've been
by
saying
law
brothers
for
by
so
law
long.
for so long. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, brothers. Yeah. Well, 'cause I'm saying brothers. It's brother-in-laws. I've been saying brothers-in-law because brothers by law. You get so brothers by law, brothers-in-law. Like they don't work. So it's brother-in-laws.
How did we have it originally?
It's always brothers by law. Brothers by law.
No,
but,
it was longer originally, wasn't it?
no.
The original title? I thought you had like another name and then we pulled something out of it.
No, it just ended up being brothers by law.
Oh.
We threw a couple around, but like it was like, oh well, we're brothers, brother-in-laws, like you brothers by law. It's like it's a little funny play on it. And originally we were doing have like a whole like sort of like the like sort of play with the law word, where like we could either be
Oh,
like
that's what it
lawyers or like
was.
police officers, like FBI agents.
Yeah.
With like that, you know, the sticker up there where we had like the guns. But yeah, it's just brothers by law. This big old play of words that sort of works out great.
There's a lot. We should like go back one of these episodes and just talk about like all the different titles that we'd come up with. I mean, we still have the messages. I think.
Yeah, there's somewhere.
We'll just go back through. I'm like, wow, that was a dumb one.
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised we found a decent name though. I mean, I think it's the hardest part, like starting a name. Like, how do you get the name? Like, then you gotta find to make sure it's not tooken or this and that, and that's just too much work.
I mean, I don't think we even cared.
No, we just did it. Like,
I was like, I don't remember stopping and doing research and be like, is this one taken? No,
Yeah.
it's not.
It is crazy.
It probably is taken. Oh well.
Yeah, we'll just
We'll
work
get
with
sued.
it. I didn't see a podcast with the name of it, so Sweathead did it.
Maybe we're the only podcast, but there's other like actual like
Well, there's
things.
our band or something,
a band.
wasn't
Oh
there?
yeah, maybe. I remember you saying there was something that's
But,
against
like-
by law.
Yeah, that's all right. We're cooler.
Yeah.
We're cooler than they are.
Not kind of. I mean, we've been gone for like ever.
It's been so weird.
Life's been getting in the way. Sorry, guys.
Then the corona. We're finally out of lockdown. For
But
now.
are we though? Are we really?
Yes, no. I mean, we're definitely better off than a lot of other states. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We can do it pretty much whatever we want. You just
Yeah.
certain things are still closed, and you know.
Guys, I got a haircut.
I see. If
It's
I
a
got
little on the
haircut.
short side. Talking about lockdown, I finally got a haircut. I was like super happy. Although it kind of
Yeah.
got messed up. I'm looking at the camera now.
Oh.
Oh well. I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't even notice how short it was until this morning.
Got too short.
I sat there, I took a shower, got out, and I looked in the mirror. I was like, oh, dang. Well, it'll grow back. It's not
Yeah.
exactly how short I normally have it, but it was quite refreshing because normally it's like really long. Do you want to
Yeah.
dive into cryptocurrency, or did you want to say anything else about clickbait?
Oh, I don't care. We can jump into crypto if you want to jump into that now.
Yeah.
Do a little
I don't know how much
two-pointer
you
episode.
know about it.
I don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing?
I don't know nothing about cryptocurrency. With how things have been going, I definitely see. I don't know. I've always seen the potential for cryptocurrency. I've just never really. I just don't know if it will be sort of like our generation. Like I think they got some strong headway with it, but I just don't. I don't
Are
know.
you saying it might be the next generation?
Maybe. Or
So like my kids are gonna be using it.
probably something like that.
We're
I think
gonna
it's
be the
still gonna
stubborn
be
old goats to be like, nah, man.
yeah. I think it's gonna be pretty much. Like I think we're at that point where like yeah, a lot of people are interested in it, but I don't think it's got enough push yet. But I think there is potential for it.
I will say this. So I do have a little bit of history with it. I first learned about it from Whose Line It Is, anyways.
Medi says your hair looks great.
Oh, he's watching. Thanks, man. But yeah, so I first heard of it from Whose Line Is It, anyways, right?
Yeah.
And they were making fun of it. This is before it blew up.
Ooh.
And I was like, what the hell is Bitcoin, right? Like, I was just like, I don't know what Bitcoin is. And for some reason, I didn't decide to look into it until it blew up. And I was like, okay, let me look into this. And I looked into it. I was like, hey, I heard about that 2 years ago. I was like, why? Why did I not heed that sign and look into it? So I got into crypto mining for a bit, and
it takes forever to get a freaking
coin. Yeah,
you gotta have.
It didn't get very far, but I mean, it was kind of fun. Prices of everything kept going up, and I was like, I'm not gonna make any money. No, I don't have enough money to make money.
I had a friend who actually got a coin. Dude, he had basically multiple servers at his house just mining.
Right, but that electric bill
24/7. Yeah, it's like it almost wasn't worth it.
Yeah,
because he's just mining 24/7 just to get nowhere. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I got my first electric bill from it. I sat there and did the math, and I was like, even if I got one, I'm betting that the price is going to be the same or better in order for this to work. But if it drops, then I'm screwed. Which it did drop. So I'm kind of glad I dropped out of it when I did.
It's definitely been bouncing around. I've watched it a few times. It just bounces around like crazy. There's that one point where it was super high, though.
20,000 for Bitcoin.
Balling numbers right there. Yeah, that'd be nice to have a Bitcoin right there. But
I recently got back into it because America's been printing trillions of dollars to help the economy. So I'm sitting there looking at it. I'm like, I got a feeling the U.S. currency is going to crash.
Just get some gold buried in the backyard. Gold will always be valuable.
Unless they find more gold. Like if we start going into outer space and we find a asteroid full of gold.
Yeah.
Then it's just gone. But I don't know. I like the concept of it, so I started investing in it again. And I haven't gotten really anywhere with it because I just started a few days ago. Again, because I used to do it a little bit, but I dropped out and made a little bit of money, but not a lot.
Speaking of outer space, what do you think about that alien footage? Or the UFO footage?
Oh, you've been wanting to talk about this for a while now.
Well, you just brought it up. And then, it got completely passed over because of the coronavirus. They finally admitted, these are UFOs. We don't know what they are.
Oh, yeah.
They're not saying it's alien or anything like that. But they're saying it's definitely unidentified flying objects. I
saw a video talking about how one of the footages is of a goose. And I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I guess the footage is infrared or something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And it's because he was breaking down because it actually shows all the information of the machine that's actually looking down at the object and stuff. And he's saying that this is actually new tech, and the point of all this was to show our enemies that we have this tech and it can track objects this small at this speed and this accurate. I mean, it was kind of more of a conspiracy thing than anything, but I was like, that's interesting.
But ain't that pretty much how anything goes? Everything's a conspiracy to someone.
Well,
this podcast is a conspiracy theory to someone else too. Someone out there thinks we're a conspiracy theory.
Who?
I don't know.
Is it you?
Someone out there thinks we're a conspiracy, which I don't know what we're conspiring about, but I'm okay with that.
Truth be told, we're actually digital entities. Just he's an AI, I'm an AI. That's Alexa, I'm Google. We're just here, just talking. We're not even real.
We're getting into your earwaves. We're using our 5G powers to give you the corona through
5G.
Listening to us through your headphones.
The secret 6G.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't even know.
We're on a whole new level.
You didn't even know we existed.
But yeah, cryptocurrency. Let's jump back to that, right? This is one big clip. This is one big clip article. People are like, what the heck? These guys are like flipping through 20 different topics today, like nonstop. What's wrong with them?
Yeah,
See, this is what you
every
signed up
episode.
for.
I don't even know what to title this now. We're gonna be like, oh, what do we title this episode?
Generic title. Insert generic title here.
Yeah. It's every news video now.
Yeah.
It's like this. Oh shoot, my microphone. This.
Oh shoot, my microphone. This.
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, no, I think cryptocurrency has its place. I'm kind of excited for it to like take off.
Yeah.
And I expect it to be more valuable. I mean, it is technically more valuable than the U.S. currency.
Mm-hmm.
Hence why, like, you look at it, they're like, oh, $1 is actually equivalent to, 200 or 9,000 of these coins. And it's like, holy crap.
Yeah.
And I've been like doing research on how it works and everything. I was like, I could see that replacing money.
Yeah. I mean, I see there's a future for it. I just don't know if it's going to be our future.
I mean, yeah, our future is we got rid of the dollar bill for credit cards.
We're hardly getting just now sort of getting more and more into just using our credit cards and crap more, and direct deposits, and just the banks not using cash.
I haven't used cash in so long.
I normally don't know, but
I know a lot of people are like only cash, and I'm like,
yeah,
what are you doing, man?
Yeah, we're still teetering to get away from just cash in general.
I don't get it.
Now with this Corona stuff, it's definitely put a push towards that. Being more, anti not using cash.
Yeah, because it's easier to track.
Easier to with the whole not touching everything.
Oh, that too.
People are doing a lot more online buying.
I just know the big issue is with physical money you can forge and make your fake ones and then distribute it versus digital ones you can track it better and know what's real, what's fake. Yeah.
No, I just think so it's just this hard of a push to get to more, cash free. I just don't see the cryptocurrency in our thing. I mean, it may come out, like I said, when your kids are older type deal. Your kids start using their, money and all that. But by that time,
Dad, what the hell are you doing still using that?
Yeah. But we're going to be still fighting over no, I just got used to my dang credit card. I ain't going all that.
I could see it being something that moon stations would be big into, or places on Mars.
Mm-hmm.
Just be we'll just do this only. And then eventually Earth will be we probably should incorporate it more. Wait,
so there's moon bases and bases on Mars that have a currency and an ecosystem?
Well, as we move people to these places.
Are you telling me some weird secret that there's already actual people on Moon and the Mars and they're already having an economy and a lifestyle? Why am I not up there?
I mean, it's possible on the Moon.
Well...
Maybe the Russians have someone up there.
End of the month here, next couple of days. What I'm excited for?
You talking about the SpaceX launch?
Space Force, the show on Netflix
with
what's his name?
Well, fine. We'll talk about that and then the SpaceX launch for the next episode.
Okay, yeah.
Because I know SpaceX is supposed to launch the first person in a decade for the US.
Yeah. I just heard something about that too. Yeah, they're getting ready to launch that first person. Yeah, little Muskie boy's been making the news quite crazy here recently.
Yeah,
you
good and bad, but
is what they named his son?
I don't know what it is. He tried explaining it, and I was like,
yeah, it's all some weird
know.
crap. And then he went on before, saying he was just gonna get rid of all his assets.
Most.
Well, yeah, he's he's just gonna cut down to one house, get rid of everything. And then he's talking the whole getting the Tesla thing going back up and working. When they're oh, you can't work, and he's well, they come and fire me because I'm gonna work too. Because he's going to his own factory and work. It's dude, he's one of those people. And when him and J.K. Rowling got into something, and I got into something when they were talking, she had asked the question and he explained it. I can't remember what it was about. I've seen a lot of news about him here recently.
He's a guy that doesn't want to sit still.
Yeah, no.
Stay home?
No.
I can't do that. Do you not know how much I've been working for the past couple of years?
You keep this dude home and he's throwing all this Twitter stuff around. He needs to be working. That dude's going to ruin his life if he has to stay home and play on Twitter all day. God. Yeah, I'm excited to see what that works. It's going to be interesting.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
I will say that is, I kind of was feeling that way too. Whenever like the first couple months of being like home and not working after my son was born, I was like, yeah, I can get stuff done around the house. But once stuff is done around the house, and I start running out of projects to do, I start getting boarder and boarder. I'm like, man, I don't know what to do with myself right now. I just need to go do something. It's like I wish I had more money and I can just spend it and do more projects, but I can't.
Are we? Is there any news about the murder hornet stimulus check?
That's what? I was like, is that an actual thing?
No.
Oh.
No. I'm making a joke about that. Again, those murder hornets. Gosh.
I don't know anything about it other than like the initial. They're here. They're gonna destroy all the bees, and then everything's gonna be ruined. And then
no,
that's it.
They've been, and it drove me nuts because you posted that video, you saw, and I watched it, and I like put my thoughts on the comment thread for it, and I swear to God, like I swear I know I've read stuff about murder hornets in like Washington and crap like months back. Maybe years ago.
Oh yeah,
and I went to look up articles for it, and there was nothing. I'm like, this is not right, because there was like, I know I read this stuff like months ago, so yeah, it's like driving me nuts. I'm like, they just hiding it now just to get a little freak thing going.
You said that, and I started like kind of doing some research, and I was like, I don't see it. I was like, I don't want to sound like a douche, but
well, no, I was sitting there. I'm like, wait a second, no. Like I was trying to look it up, and I'm like, there's nothing here. Like, how? Because I know I've read this stuff before.
Yeah.
Like I know I have. I've talked about it with people before here this past few months. Like
there was an article back in like November, December that talked about it, or January, or just around that time frame. And that was when the initial was brought up, and then there's other articles that were written like slightly there that kept referencing it, but. Yeah. That was the only one I could find.
Yeah, freaking.
And then a lot of them were like, they found cases that appeared to be murder hornets, but they couldn't prove it. Yeah, so I was like, I don't know.
It's funny that dude with that video, that coyote,
yeah,
whatever. He after getting stung by the murder hornet, he's done. Like he's like, I'm not doing it stung by anything again. Which he said though, it wasn't the worst thing he's been stung by. It was the second worst thing he's been stung by. The worst was the freaking
I watched
executioner,
that whole series too.
executioner wasp,
yeah,
or whatever. And he's like, that was the worst, but the murder hornet is right there with it.
Yeah, I remember watching that series, and I was like, ooh, why would he do that?
Yeah,
and then he'd just be in agonizing pain, just on the floor, like,
I would not do it. I couldn't do it.
I felt so bad, but I was like. This guy, I mean, he did it to himself.
Yeah, I mean, good for some educational type stuff right there. But yeah, I would not do it. You couldn't pay me enough. Nope. Nope. Not happening.
Yeah, I don't know. But like, it's funny because like I know one guy's like, well, he's not entirely a credible source or anything. But I was like, I don't know. I'd take his word over most people.
He got stung by it. I'm gonna listen to him. No, I mean, he had some good information on there. There were just some things which I was like, It just depends. You could be right. You could be wrong.
It was you and my buddy Aponte. Which Aponte, I don't know. He seems to be really against my ideas recently.
I don't
know.
Maybe we should have him come on.
I should
have him a guest talk.
I was like, man, he's coming after me.
It's like, all right, buddy.
What the hell's going on here? Like,
how are we gonna destroy Jeff's ideas?
It's like, geez, all right, fair enough. Like, I don't know. He wasn't wrong though, so neither were you.
I mean, I agree with a lot of the stuff he said. I just have there was some information. Like I know I read it before. I know I've seen this like months before, and I've just I've read stuff about it. There are more cases.
Well, it seems like he's very confident in that they can track these things down pretty well, and he's known for tracking down animals. So I mean,
yeah,
if you ask me to track down an animal, it ain't happening.
Yeah, no. I just think there's like a lot of different like invasive bugs that have come in. And like, oh, we can control it. Next thing you know, I mean, it's invasive. It's took it over. Like it's destroying.
You mess up on one thing, and it's done.
Yeah. But, so I don't know. And, invasive species is sort of interesting. Sometimes I'm sure they could probably take care of it if they know where to look, know what to look for, and stop it early. But I mean, who's to say how long they've been here already, or if they have or haven't? Maybe things. It's hard to tell. But
kind of it's mind blowing on how certain species, how we've separated ourselves from certain species for so long.
Yeah.
With the invention of boats and planes, how have they not ended up over here any sometime sooner?
Exactly. A bug can easily just make a nest on a freaking boat somewhere where you can't see it, and then get drove over. The next thing you know, a couple goes out, then the boat leaves, and they're stuck here, and they'll make a nest over here. Or all these different packages and whatnot getting shipped around. Things get crawling in.
Don't say that. I'm gonna be nervous when I open up a package.
Well, no, I'm talking when you get pallets of crap. When
Amazon,
you get, pallets of stuff. Murder wasp. Yeah.
Everything there.
Oh, jeez.
You got me nervous.
I'm talking more like the pallets or the big old shipping containers of stuff. It's not like your individual boxes or whatever. Just you get those pallets with all the stuff wrapped up on the boats or the big old shipping containers. I mean, it could be easily something get stuck in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love this podcast.
You're gonna start shipping out murder hornets in your freaking Amazon packages.
We're just go everywhere with this thing. It's awesome.
Let's go take it a step further. What's next?
I don't know.
My new theory about the coronavirus.
You have a new theory?
I think it's all fake. And that it was really, they're just trying to get us all to stay in our houses so they can switch the batteries in the birds.
It's really...
The birds' batteries need to be replaced. Birds aren't real.
Did my camera just freeze? Or am I just imagining it?
I don't know.
I think my camera froze. What? Oh, man.
Birds aren't real.
Well,
and that,
that's
coronavirus is just the government getting us to stay inside so they can switch the batteries in them. That's my theory.
That's your theory?
That's my new theory. Prove me wrong.
I think with the camera freezing and batteries and birds on that final note, I think we'll just call it.
Yeah, we sort of rambled on about a bunch of crazy stuff.
Why did my camera just freeze? What the hell?
All right, thank you for enjoying the podcast, because I know you did. Now go ahead and go to www.brothersbylawproductions.com. That's our fancy, cool website. In that website, you can find links to our merchandise. Currently is Amazon. You can find links to our latest YouTube videos. I try to keep that updated with new videos. And we have all the places you can find the podcast, as well as all our social media links. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, all that good stuff. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to all of those.
And if you want to help us out, we have a Patreon as well, a $5 tier, which includes a Discord, a video, and a personal email, and a shout-out on our episodes. A $10 tier, which includes all that, plus a t-shirt. And if you are feeling extra frisky with your money, you can give us $20, and you'll get a plaque signed by us, as well as access to our Discord, a video, and an email with a shout-out.
Go ahead, check us out. Thank you for watching.